Good afternoon, guys. This afternoon's topic is about inviting a elderly parents who needs care to live with you. So we'll discuss that today. Please join me for the presentation I made for you. Here we go. The page is a practical guide that frames 8 key questions families should ask before bringing an aging parent into their home. It treats the move as a major decision that affects safety, finances, and relationships, daily routines, and long term care needs. These questions matter. The article emphasizes that good intentions aren't enough. You must match the parent's medical and cognitive needs to what your household can realistically provide. Plan for home modifications and costs, and prepare emotionally for role changes and caregiver stress. It repeatedly warns that inadequate planning can harm both the elder and the family. The 8 questions in plain language. What kind of care will your parent need? Assess physical health, chronic conditions, and dementia risk. Consult clinicians. How much care can you provide? Be realistic about time, skills, and future progression of needs. Will living together affect your relationships? Consider past conflicts, communication, and role reversal. What changes will your home need? Think ramps, grab bars, accessible bathrooms, and whether space, privacy are feasible. Can you afford it? Account for out-of-pocket caregiving costs, lost income, renovations, and whether the parent or relative can contribute. Does your family agree? Get buy-in from spouses, children, and siblings before committing. Are you prepared for caregiver stress? Recognize burnout risk and plan for respite, outside help, and self-care. Will moving affect your parents' social life? Plan for social outings or outlets, transportation, and ways to prevent isolation and depression. Do an honest needs assessment. with medical professionals before deciding. Ask early and often with the parent and family members. Only about half of people have these conversations. The page notes and lack of planning creates crisis. Explore alternatives: home care, assisted living, memory care. If the answers to these questions show the move would be unsafe or unsustainable. How can I help next? I can turn this into a one-page checklist, a conversation script to use with family and clinicians, or a room by room home modification checklist if you want to move from planning to action. Which would be most useful? Okay, guys, now here we're going to go into the second half of today's presentation for you. Okay, this section lays out a practical guide to move senior parents into a grown child's home, laying out the main reasons families choose this option, the concrete benefits and costs, common pitfalls, and alternative senior living choices. Why families consider it. The article says senior and adults, children increasingly choose multi-generational living for healthcare needs, financial pressures, and companionship, help with daily tasks, and safety. And notes this trend is part of a broader rise in multi-generational households. Advantages highlighted: closer family bonding and emotional support, better monitoring and safety, helps reduce fall risks, and allows quicker response to health problems. Potential cost savings compared with assisted living or nursing homes. The page cites industry cost figures to show institutional care can be expensive. Disadvantages highlighted: increased family conflict and strained relationships when caregiving roles change. Physical and emotional toll on the caregiver, including burnout and disruption of routines, possible higher costs or impracticality if extensive home modifications or specialized memory care are required. Alternatives and practical next steps. The article urges families to compare home care with assisted living, memory care, and skilled nursing, and to make decisions based on each senior's current and projected medical, social, and financial needs. It recommends early conversations, realistic needs assessments, and professional guidance to avoid crisis decisions later. If you want, I can convert this into a one-page checklist of the questions the article suggests, room by room, home modification checklist, or a short conversation script to help start the family discussion, which would be most useful. Okay, guys, that is A for you. I will be back on with B shortly. Give me a bit to put that together for you, and I'll be back on with that for you shortly. For now, Gator Wellness, take care, folks.